All right, guys, we're going to get into the 360 now. So the 360 with the steel mace is similar movement to what we did with the clubs. So it's basically a single arm 360 is the same as a single arm shield cast, and a two-handed 360 is the same as a two-handed shield cast. With the mace, we called it a 360. With the clubs, we called it a shield cast. Basically, it's the exact same movement, but they're just called different names for the different pieces of equipment. So the 360 swing with the mace is really one of the most fundamental exercises that you can do with the mace. So we're going to spend a little bit more time on this exercise. Everything you're going to be doing after this really revolves around the 360 swing. So you get good at 360 swing, all the other exercises with the mace get a lot easier. And it's like that with a lot of other training tools as well. Say, for example, the kettlebell. If you can get good at the kettlebell swing, you can get good at all the other ballistic exercises like your clean, your high pull, your snatches. And the same with clubs as well. You can get good at the circular shoulder movements like the shield cast and your meals, then all the other circular shoulder movements become a lot easier too. Okay, so when we're setting up, we're just gonna bring that mace up into the rack position. So we just wanna be nice and relaxed. So we're not up here tensed up, we're not shrugging, shoulders are down and packed down, hands are on the navel, elbows are tucked in, and we just wanna be as relaxed as possible. Feet around about shoulder width apart, toes are pointing forward. Okay, and then from there, glutes are on, quads are on, but we're relaxed on the upper body. Okay, so the movement itself is a push, swing, pull, stop. So we're going to push it over the shoulder, swing during that back swing, activate the lats, pull down through the elbows, and then bring it into the stop once we've done a full rotation. So we always want to bring it to a complete stop at the end of each rep. We just don't want to be in a situation we're going faster and faster and faster. We just want to make sure that you've got full control of that mace. So I'm just going to do a few reps first to show you what that looks like, and then I'll break it down into pieces. So we're going to bring it over the shoulder, nice and relaxed, big swing. Make sure you relax the triceps, and then back in to that rack position. So I'm inhaling on the first part of the swing, and then exhale on the second part of the swing when it's heaviest. So the two biggest errors I see when I'm running my workshops is, number one, not relaxing the triceps. So what I mean is not relaxing the triceps is the hands are up here, okay? All that tension is going to be going through the elbows. So we want to be bringing the thumbs all the way back down into that t-shirt line, so your triceps are in full flexion, okay? We don't want our hands up here. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of tension that's going to be going through the wrist flexors and through the elbows, and it can cause some elbow issues. All right, so number one, just always make sure that your triceps are in full flexion. And then the second one is just making sure that you get a good back swing. So one of the things I also see as well is people sort of come over the shoulder almost at 11 o'clock. So they're coming over this way, and then they're coming back over kind of like a 1 o'clock, okay? So we just want to make sure when we're setting up, I like to think like I'm blocking a sword strike. If I'm going over my left shoulder, I'll actually bring my hand slightly to the right. That will put that mace in the correct position where I want it, so it's just swinging behind the body laterally. So the mace will swing back in the direction that you cast it. So if I cast over like a 1 o'clock, it'll almost come back and hit me in the butt, or I've got to put it back over in that direction now, rather than a big swinging movement, okay? So we really want to exaggerate that swing. We don't want to sort of cut it over the shoulder. So another important tip as well, so if I'm going over my left shoulder, I'm going to have my right hand on top. If I'm going over my right shoulder, I'm going to have my left hand on top. So an easy way of remembering is just with your top hand, you can point to the direction that you're going to be going, okay? So what I want to do there, from when we're setting up, I'm just going to break that down into parts again. So hand out to the side, okay, making sure that the mace stays close to the body the whole time. So you could almost be as if you're standing in a doorway, and the mace never leaves the body, okay? So keep that mace close to the body the whole time, and stay relaxed as you can the whole time as well. All right, so I'm going to do a few reps from the front, from the side, and from the back. So you're just trying to stay relaxed as possible. So the first part of the swing, you're loose, and then you tighten up at the bottom where the mace is at its heaviest. So we'll go over a few reps from the side as well. And a few reps from the back. So we're just going to do a few reps now with the heavier mace. So this was about 6 kilos, which is 13 pounds. So this one here is 12 kilos, which is about 24, 25 pounds. So what you'll find is the heavier the mace is, the more exaggerated the movement, and you're going to find that with the clubs as well. When you're casting out the mace, like we talked about with the clubs, if I'm casting the weight out to the side, it's a big heavy weight. Unless I charge my weight in the opposite direction, it's going to pull me with that weight. So I just want to make sure that I always own the center line. So if I'm casting the mace over my left shoulder, I just want to slightly offset that weight and counter my weight to the right. As the mace is swinging behind the body, okay, I've got feet evenly distributed on both legs. As it's coming towards my right, I just want to shift my weight slightly to the left, okay, again to counter that weight, and then pull down from the lats, pull down from the elbow, and bring that mace back into that rack position. All right, so let's do a few reps, show you what that looks like. So just offsetting that weight a little bit, and if we go up to a heavier weight, so this is 20 kilos, which is about 44 pounds roughly. Again, it's exactly the same movement, but you're just going to find, again, it's just going to be slightly more exaggerated. All right, guys, so that's your 360 swing, and I'll see you in the next video.